Hey everyone, this is Old School from WhatTheBuck.net. This is video take number 2, the Panther rivalry video. Apparently the first one I made was too long, and YouTube wouldn't let me upload it. So here we go, starting again. I'll be hypersensitive about time. This is a big rivalry for us. The Carolina Panthers and the Buccaneers have gone from hated rivals back in the Chris Jenkins, Todd Sauerbrunn days to sort of respected rivalry now. The teams, I don't think, hate each other the way they used to, but they respect each other on the field. Last year we had 2 solid games. Split the series, home team took both. This year, both teams look like dog shit, to be quite honest. Bucks coming in with no wins. The Panthers coming off of they beat the Redskins, right? I mean, it's a W. I think Big Nick, you said it best. A win's a win's a win. The big confusion for me as a Bucks fan, hearing the Panthers fans talk, and I love Panther Nation. God knows we got a lot of you guys who watch the show on Mondays and Thursdays at WhatTheBuck.net. But there's a lot of chest pounding going on about beating the Redskins, who are another very bad team, just like the other 2 of us. And to be honest, that questionable call towards the end of the game with the punt coverage was pretty amazing. I went back and watched the video because I wanted to see if there was maybe something on the film that I just didn't see in the score that would let me understand why Panthers fans are so excited and talking about potentially getting some wins together and getting to the wild card at 1-3. And there wasn't. You guys didn't look that good against that Redskins team. You didn't look good when I watched the film on you against Philadelphia. I haven't had time to go watch the Atlanta game, which is the closest one you guys had so far. We're both bad teams, guys. So I get loving your team. I do. Believe me, I'm a homer. I pick us to win every week. But when I pick us to win, it's based on us doing a certain number of things that, to be honest, we haven't done yet. I don't know where the excitement is. I listened to the Cat Crave Radio with John White. He was on the show tonight with us, Nick, because you weren't able to join us. And I was really shocked by some of the assertions that were made, that talent for talent, we just don't stack up with the Panthers. I know you return more starters, but talent is based on what you do on the field, and what you guys do on the field isn't much. That offensive line that was a strength last year, not a strength this year. Jordan Gross looks bad. You guys aren't protecting Jake, and you're not opening holes for your 2 stud running backs, so you're not running the ball effectively. Steve Smith, a stud, still a stud. John Beeson, still a stud. But the rest of this is just all conjecture, man. So we look at this going in. The Bucks look at this when we're looking at an 0-for schedule. The Carolina Panthers game is one we can win. And so this week, when you guys come down to Raymond James, that's what we're going to try and do. We're going to try and reestablish our running game. Jeff Fain, who's been out of the lineup since week 1, is back. Hopefully that means our running game will have a resurgence. I expect a big game out of Cadillac Williams. We're a one-cut-and-go team, but with Sean Mahan in there, we have not been able to do that. Additionally, we haven't been able to protect our quarterback, whose last name is Johnson. You guys joked on the show like you didn't know who our quarterback was. That's okay. You guys can make fun of Josh Johnson all you want. His 2nd start last week. This will be his 3rd. Smart kid, good arm, good legs. You keep pretending you don't know who he is, he'll hurt you. He hasn't shown in the stat sheets last week. He had about 9 drops last week that hurt him, one of them for about a 75-yard bomb to Mike Clayton, who we hope is benched. But, again, you can pretend you don't know who he is. We definitely know who Jake is. Jake has owned the Bucks, even though I think he's a subpar quarterback. The way he's playing this year, even against our bad defense, we're hoping will make a difference. Your offensive line, like I said, hasn't been able to protect him. I expect Jimmy Wilkerson, who put on the board 3 sacks last week, to have a big game. I expect anyone who lines up against Jordan Gross to have a big game because Arapko threw him around all day, so did Carter. Unless that offensive line steps up, our defense might actually make some impact. Now, where we suck is in the secondary. You guys have seen the long balls thrown against us all year long. That scares the hell out of me with Steve Smith. If Jake can stay upright long enough to get that ball out there, unless someone went and choke slammed a bunch of our corners and safeties, and mostly it's our safeties because Akeem's playing well, Rondé's playing well. Albert Mack had a bad week last week. That's our susceptible area, and you guys can make some hay there. I don't expect you to be able to run because I haven't seen you run successfully yet. That's not to say the talent's not there. The talent certainly is there. It just hasn't manifested itself on the field. So, anyway, I'm trying to be a little bit cautious about the time here, Nick. The big thing we got going on, we've got our hat bet, which if I can dig through my shit over here. The hat's still here. You know what's on the line. If we lose to you guys, it's a week wearing the hat for all my broadcasts. And a slobber video where I talk about how great you guys are, and I say, wow, you were right. You guys should beat us by 3 touchdowns, Nick. And, wow, maybe you guys are going to get in the wild card race. But rest assured, if we do what I hope we can do this Sunday and actually get this train back on track and get a victory, I don't have any misconceptions that we're going to be a playoff team. I just want to get some wins against winnable games, right? Beatable teams. And I happen to think Carolina is one of them. And if we get that win, you got to go buy a Buccaneers hat, and I'm going to see the flip side of this bet. So, Monday we'll be back. Chris Hovan's going to be joining us on the show on WhatTheBuck.net, talking about either a victory, which is what I hope, or yet another loss, 0-6, staring at a trip to London to play the Patriots. But Panther Nation, let me know what's up. Let me know why you guys are so confident about this after one win against a really bad Redskins team. Let me know why that makes you guys think that you guys are back, because I don't get it, and you guys are normally level-headed fans. So until then, until the next video, until after Sunday, we'll see you guys on whatthebuck.net. Big Nick, let me hear from you.